Life in the Philippines. Filipinos are very rude people. I've been to 25 countries, never experienced this before, but every day they do something that is just rude and inconsiderate. So, what happened this morning was I was at McDonald's having breakfast with two of my friends, and I'm sitting at the table. The tables are very small. The table's only this wide, enough for the width of the tray. You can put two trays and that's it. Table next to me had six people. Six people. They put their garbage on my table while I was sitting there. And, I'm leaning back. It was that far away. It was within arm's reach. Was where they were putting the garbage. It was as if, like, the person sitting diagonal across from me, they were putting all the garbage. There was nobody sitting there, but that's the spot where they were putting all their garbage. And I was sitting there watching them, and I'm looking at them like this, and they're piling up the garbage. And they put three trays, plus they put some, at this McDonald's they use ceramic bowls. If you order fried chicken, they put it in a ceramic bowl. If you order spaghetti, they that's how they serve it. And often I go to a place like 7-Eleven, the motorcycles block me, and there have been times, there's enough to park like 20 motorcycles. There have been times when I was the only motorcycle, and a guy pulls up and he parks right behind me. And it happened again last night. There were more people parked there, but it was like 30% full, and the guy comes up and he parks right behind my motorcycle. And I've even had them do it while I was putting my helmet on and strapping it up. They park right behind me, and it's like, dude, I'm moving. So this is common behavior in the Philippines. It's literally a mafia-like country. If you talk to people, the chances that the conversation will be about them acting violent against somebody is very high. I've had conversations with random people. They'll start talking about, I had a problem with my landlord. I just called my cousin. He came over and he threatened them. That's the way it is over here. They threaten people. They bully people. It's not a nice place. And I'm in a small town. It's not even a big city. In the big city, it was worse. In the small town over here, people are a little bit friendlier, but there's like you know who the mayor is, and everyone's afraid of the mayor. It's a weird place to live. You got to keep a low profile. And I heard the same thing in China. They said if you're a foreigner in China and you have an argument with somebody, they said you have to leave because they'll just call the police and you're an unruly foreigner, and the police will just arrest you because they're not going to speak English, and that's it. So over here it's the same. When I was in Colombia, in South America, people were very friendly. It was always please and thank you and how are you. Very, very friendly people. Over here, don't get that at all. Over here, everything is done without speaking. So if you go order something, say, I want a hamburger, large fries, and a Coke, they punch it in, and that's it. They might not even tell you what the price was. They don't say thank you. They don't say here's your order. If they bring you something, they just bring it. They don't say a word. And Filipinos, they don't talk. I notice if you're sitting in a busy restaurant, it'll be perfectly quiet. They don't even talk to each other. The only people that are talking are the foreigners. You hear all the foreigners. There were four of us today. One guy had to sit at a different table. He was with his wife. His wife came with him today. So this is common over here. There's other strange behaviors. Something that happened yesterday. I came to a T-junction with my motorcycle. The people that are on the straight have the right of way. There's no such thing as rules of the road over here. Over here, there's no rules. So I stopped because you have to treat it like it's a stop sign. The guy who had the right of way was there before me. When he saw me coming, he stopped too. Because in their mind, everybody else is a crazy driver. So he thinks I'm going to jump in front of him. So what he did He was there first, and I stopped because he's supposed to turn, and I'm going to cross over him. He tried to go behind me. So, because I go over there and he's supposed to go and I stopped, he kind of like went at me and then kind of went around behind me. That's the type of thing that happens. And I know there's going to be people say, well, why did you stop? I stopped because you can't see if somebody's coming from the other way. There's a building there. You have to stop. They don't stop. What they do is they just go in the road and they yell at the guy if there's somebody coming the other way. You know, I actually stop because I don't want to get in an accident. So every day you get weird things going on. And there were probably other things, but I guess I've forgotten some of them. So that's a little anecdote about life in the Philippines. I know all the other guys are saying, oh, it's so great here, everyone's so friendly. It's not true. Notice that a lot of those people that are saying that were only here for a short time. There's people that travel around doing videos and they don't actually live here. And if it's a guy saying he has great life here and he's got a wife or he's got a girlfriend, congratulations. When you're alone, people treat you like garbage. If you're alone, you will get treated like garbage, especially if you're a man, because they are like obsessed with marriage. You know, it's like in the United States, they say, well, if you're 30 and you're unmarried, you're old hag. Over here, it's completely different. Over here, if you're not married, they really look down on you. So you get mistreated. And I'm not the only one who said this. I've heard it from other people. And someone did move my motorcycle a few days ago. They didn't like where I parked it, so they moved it somewhere where I couldn't get it out. And I had to move it weird in order to get it out. They want to punish you because they didn't like where you parked your motorcycle. I guarantee you I didn't block anybody in. There was a guy who blocked me in. You know, where I park, there's pillars. So I park over there. The guy could have moved 6 inches further without blocking me. I had to move his motorcycle. But that's the way they are. They have no consideration for other people. Very inconsiderate people. And I've heard, when I came here, I asked a Filipino guy, what do you think of other Filipinos? He said, crab mentality. I did not understand what it meant. Now I understand. These people have crab mentality, which means if I can't have it, you can't have it. They don't want other people to be successful. They're very jealous. So you got to be very stoic if you live here in the Philippines. You're not going to get red carpets rolled out for you. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.